Hey guys, so after a year of putting this project off, I finally found the time to start building it. This is going to be a DIY tutorial on how I built this Hollywood vanity mirror. It's going to be mostly just the connections, but I definitely kept the project under $150, so if you're interested to see how I did it, keep on watching. Okay, so as you can see, this is the finished product. It is a 14 light bulb mirror. The mirror itself is 24 by 30. The dimensions of the plywood and the frame, I don't have them on me right now, but I will write them down in the description box below. So let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories down here that I included as well. So I have the power outlet on there. This is really beneficial to have it up here just because it's a lot easier to plug in, hair straighteners or phone chargers or whatever you need to versus getting under the vanity and having to plug them in, all that deal. It's a little frustrating. And on the other side, you've got the rotary dimmer. This is the cheapest one that I could find. I think it retailed for like $6 something. Later on in the video, I am going to have listed all of the materials that I used and the prices for it. Now, the good thing about this dimmer, it's really affordable and it does support LED lighting, which is very important in something like this because you are using so many light bulbs. You want to be able to save as much energy as you can. For the materials, I did purchase everything from Home Depot and I do have everything separated by the department. So right here you have the mirror. It is a 24 by 30 inch beveled mirror, and right next to the mirror you've got the adhesive for it. So this is the one that I used. Now you are welcome to use any adhesive as long as it's nice and strong. So next you've got lighting. This is going to be the 4 light bar. You will need 2 of these, and then you will need 1 light bar of the 6 lights. This, of course, is a rotary dimmer that I mentioned a while ago. It does support LED lighting. This is the power outlet. And you will need 2 of the low voltage brackets. And then you've got the cover plate for the dimmer and the cover plate for the outlet. Moving on to paint, this is a quart of Behr's Premium Plus in the sheen satin and just a basic pure white. And then of course some wood filler if you do have any mistakes like I had. I did throw that in there. And this is a mini roller for the paint. Comes with the tray, which is pretty cool. And then moving on to hardware, so you will need some nails and some L brackets for the frame. And then here you have the lumber that I used. I'm not going to show you guys how I built the frame, but this right here is a 1x4x12. This is going to be enough to cover all 4 sides of the frame. And then this is going to be a plywood. It's one of the cheaper ones that I can find, and just have whoever's going to give it to you just cut it down to the correct size. So once you get the frame built and you have drilled all the holes that you need, go ahead and paint it. This right here is that little mini roller that I was talking about a while ago. It's about a 3-inch roller, and it did come with the tray for the paint. Just make sure that whenever you do start painting that you already have those holes for the lights and for the power outlets. I did mess up at this point. I had painted first and then went back and drilled all the holes. So I did end up having to go get some wood filler to fix some of the damages on the plywood. Moving on to installing the light switch and the dimmer. This part right here is pretty simple. So you're just going to cut out the holes that you need for both of the little units. And then go ahead and insert those electric boxes in there. And you're just going to screw it down. And then onto those boxes you're going to screw on the outlet and the dimmer switch. Alright guys, well, let's get to the meat of this video. This is going to be all the connections of the mirror. So as you can see, I have everything already built, so I am going to walk you through on what I did to connect all of these lights. So you are going to use just a basic extension cord to connect all of your light bars to each other. So you'll use part of the extension cord to connect light bar 1 to light bar 2, light bar 2 to 3, and then you'll need 2 extension cords that'll run to the dimmer, and then 1 to the outlet, and 1 that's going to lead out all the way to the head, which is what goes into the wall. Now let's go ahead and look at the connections themselves. These little caps actually came with the light bars, so you don't have to repurchase those. So that is a win-win. Now next I'm going to show you pretty much the most important thing in this entire project, making sure that the connections that you are making are the right ones. Otherwise it will not work and nothing will connect and nothing will turn on. So with this extension cord, I am going to show you how to use it when you start connecting everything. So you'll notice how the light bar has 1 white cable and 1 black cable. The extension cord is going to have 2 separate copper cable bundles in there as well. So let me show you how to know which one connects to which color. So there is a little phrase that I want you to remember the entire time you're working on this project. Rigid goes to white, smooth, black. Rigid white, smooth, black. Now let me show you what that means. So on the extension cord, right here you can kind of tell a little, it's a little hard, I'm sorry for that, but on one side you can see that there's little lines on it. That's going to be your rigid side, and then on the opposite side you have the smooth side. So don't forget, smooth goes to black, rigid goes to white. Smooth black, rigid white. Moving on to the connections, you will need to expose that copper wire, so just grab some regular pair of scissors and cut around to take off that plastic covering. So what you're going to do is, once you've got that exposed, go ahead and connect it to the copper wiring that is on the white and the black cable with each of the sides of the extension cord respectively, and then go ahead and tighten it with one of those little caps. Now once you've got a secure connection for that first extension cord to that light bar, you are going to connect the light bar number 1 to the light bar number 2. Now here you're going to do the exact same thing, except you are going to add one extra step. So you are going to have 2 extension cords running out of light bar number 2, and that is because you've got one cable connecting from light bar 1 to light bar 2, and then one cable connecting you from light bar 2 to light bar 3. So you're basically just going to grab all the copper wiring exposed, all the smooths are going to go to the black, all the rigids are going to go to the white, and then you are going to clasp it with a little cap on there. So at this point you should have light bar number 1 already connected to light bar number 2, and then having a connection ready to start connecting light bar number 3. Now light bar number 3 of course is going to have multiple connections. At this point you are running one connection from light bar 2 to light bar 3, and then you're also going to be running a connection from light bar 3 to your outlet and your dimmer that are down below. Now this next part is going to start getting a little bit more confusing. So on the outlet here you can see that it has these little brass colored nails on it. On the opposite side you have kind of like a chrome silver colored nail on the other side. So the side with the bronze colored nails, you are going to be attaching the smooth end of the extension cord. Now for the outlet you are going to be running the extension cord that goes straight into the wall. So go ahead and add that on there. So what you're going to do is you're going to unscrew it, and then you are going to wrap the copper wiring around the nail, screw it back down, and you'll do that for both sides. So you will be attaching both sides of the extension cord onto the outlet. So the smooth will go on the bronze side and the rigid will go on the silver side. And then for your final step, you are going to be attaching the extension cords from the outlet to the dimmer and to the third light bar. So go ahead and run one piece of the extension cord directly from the outlet to the light bar. This will be the white side, so it'll be the rigid extension cord. Now as you can already tell, the dimmer has 2 black cords instead of 1 black and 1 white. So what you're going to do here is you're basically running a smooth cable from the outlet to light bar number 3 and making a small pit stop at the dimmer. So go ahead and attach a small section of the extension cord from the outlet straight into the black cable number 1 from the dimmer. Go ahead and screw that together, and then attach another small section of the extension cord from the black cable number 2 straight into the light bar. So at this point you'll have everything running in one circuit, one white rigid cable going directly from light bar number 3 to the outlet, and then basically one connection going from the outlet into the dimmer and then into the light bar. So once you have everything running in a single circuit, go ahead and test the power and make sure that everything is fully functioning. I went ahead and added a light bulb to every single bar, and then go ahead and turn it on to make sure that they are running. So at this point you can tell that it does turn on. This right here is the lowest setting on the dimmer, and let's go ahead and test out all of these settings. So this is at the lowest power of the dimmer. This is at the medium power, and finally at maximum power for the dimmer. So as you can see, the dimmer fully works. Now let's go ahead and test out the power outlet. Now to test out the power outlet, I just grabbed this little night light that I have on my nightstand. It's a little Virgin Mary that I got from the flea market, super cute. So hey, look at that. We got a fully functioning outlet. So I'd say we have a pretty successful project here. The outlet works and the dimmer works. So we're good to go. Alrighty guys, so that's pretty much it for this walkthrough tutorial. If you do have any additional questions for me on some of the steps that I did skip, while making this video, go ahead and leave them in the comments below and I will try my best to answer them. So here's the finished product all installed in my room. It looks great. I love it. I do of course need to buy the light bulbs for it. Don't forget LED light bulbs. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.